Are you ready for the King of the Ice? Pete's Power Plays with Philly Pete starts now on 12 Ounce Sports.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Tuesday, January 12th, 2021 episode of Pete's Power Plays, hosted by the one, the only, King of the Ice himself, Philly Pete, and we're live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. Hope everyone had a great weekend, and now we're back for a beautiful week, and ladies and gentlemen, it is NHL week. One more night of sleep, and we are ready to rock and roll tomorrow. I'm also going to be going live with visual video of myself. I have a new setup that I'm going to be doing, and it's going to be debuted tomorrow. What better way to start the NHL week and the NHL opening night than with me going live in video? I think that's what everybody wanted. A lot of DMs, people reaching out in regards to, hey, when are we going to see your face, Philly? Okay, well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Your answers have been guessed upon, and here we are, okay? Answers are prayers. All right, here we go. You guys are going to get the full custody and an advantage of what I have, Philly Pete style, and Pete's Power Plays is going to be a lot of different. It's going to be very, very different from here on out. So, little tweaks into the system. We're ready to rock and roll. I have it all set. We're ready to roll. So, without further ado, let's do it. So, like I said, as always, this show, Pete's Power Plays, is sponsored by MyBookie. Again, sports are here, ladies and gentlemen. We're in full effect of everything. College basketball, we have NBA, hockey starts tomorrow. We have MLB starting right around the corner as well. NFL playoffs, college football just ended, but congratulations to the Alabama Crimson Tide on basically an easy cruise of a win against Ohio State. Not really much happened after the first quarter there. It was all Bama all game. So those that cashed out Bama in the first half, full game over. The full game itself and the over. You barely got the over, but hey, that's a clean sweep for everybody else. But again, go to mybookie.ag. Use the promo code 12 Ounce Sports. That's 12OZ Sports, all caps, no spaces. Once again, when you sign up for mybookie.ag, they'll match your first deposit up to $1,000. And always remember to gamble responsibly. You always have to remember to gamble responsibly when doing so. It's all about what you can afford when you go into these books. Okay, don't go crazy, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I got to say. Start on a small bankroll and then move up. That's how I did it about, 33 years old? I started gambling when I was about right after college, when I was 22. Okay, you start off with a small bankroll, what you can afford, basically. And then you obviously increase as the years go by. Of course, you get a job, you make good money, you have some side cash. Then you use it. But again, you always have to gamble responsibly no matter what. So once again, that's mybookie.ag. Use the promo code 12 Ounce Sports when signing up today. Zingo TV, channel 761. Ladies and gentlemen out there that are tuning in, welcome aboard to January 12th episode of Pete's Power Plays. Those that don't have Zingo TV, I highly recommend you download the app. It is free. Everybody loves free stuff nowadays. It's a free app. Download it on any streaming platform out there. Roku TV, Apple TV, Amazon Fire Stick, Google Chromecast, whatever it may be. Download the app. It's free. Sign up with an account. Use the promo code 12 Ounce 12OZ and automatically just flip to channel 761. You don't need to check out any other channels on Zingo TV, to be honest, besides channel 761, because we are the best channel on that platform. So once again, Zingo TV, channel 761. Tune in now for today's Tuesday episode of Pete's Power Plays. And last but not least, Amazon.com. Again, it is still, the holiday season has just ended, but we are still feeling love. We a lot of stuff going on, whether it's anniversaries, birthdays, just miscellaneous, anything in general. If you want to be nice and buy your neighbor something, go to www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. Once again, www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. So, hope everyone had a great weekend. I am back. This is going to be a phenomenal week. I can't wait. And without further ado, let's get into it. So, first and foremost, I want to get into daily fantasy from over the weekend. A lot of money has been made basically over the weekend. Clients cashed out a doubled lineup, basically, that they had double your money on Sunday's lineup. They cashed out large. The free lineup that I gave out on Sunday just barely missed the money by a little bit. We could thank Corey Davis for putting up a dud there. But hey, that's how the cookie crumbles. And, if you followed me all year with my free lineups, you were cashing out pretty large. So one dud doesn't really matter. So, I mean, it's all good. And even on better news, I'll be giving you all out more lineups this upcoming weekend's game. So don't be upset. We'll be ready to rock and roll here. But, in terms of Saturday, everybody cashed out. Everyone cashed out. Clients cashed out. And the free Twitter lineup cashed out as well, basically getting double your money in return. And again, on Sunday's lineup, clients cashed out double their money, and the free lineup just barely missed the cut. And that's just a rarity. That is a rarity. I think between week 3 of the NFL and I think 3 of the weeks during the season didn't cash out. So, hey, I think everyone could take that with a grain of salt. Be like, listen, I cashed out every other week besides 3 or 4 weeks in the regular season. Philly know what he's doing, and I know what I'm doing. So, again, you are cashing out with the best when it comes to daily fantasy football. And now, and thank you to everyone that's been signing up with me. I'm getting more and more by the day here. About 6 or 7 of you just signed up this morning. So I will get to you all once I am done with the show today. Get you signed up, ready to rock and roll. What kind of package you want. Again, for the month of January, actually for the entire season, I'm going to give out my NHL package. It includes the regular season, the playoffs, the cup futures, my over-under and season points futures as well, and the rest of my daily fantasy football playoff edition lineups for only $350. It is a hot commodity right now. Again, I wouldn't be saying this if all you out there believed in me from the last 2 seasons. My units and record doesn't lie. My overall profit does not lie as well. That's why I post it out there. Because it's a big deal when most of you want a trustworthy capper, and I am, if not the best hockey capper when it comes to the NHL. So there you have it. Sign up today. I will get to you all out there, right after my show. Monthly, if you're interested in a monthly package, you're not going to get futures. You're just going to get my cards for that month. Those that do sign up for the entire season, obviously, will get everything that I included. So sign up today. You can search for me at The Real Pete Tooch. If you look up Philly Pete, I'm the first one there. You can't miss it. Brand new logo, brand new merchandise that was just dropped about a month ago. Come support Philly Pete today. And hey, what can I say? If it wasn't for you all out there, I wouldn't be doing this today, nor have my great show with 12 Ounce Sports. So let's get into it. NHL Lake Tahoe events. We have 2 games, of course, on Lake Tahoe. They want to put a twist on this outdoor game. So you have Colorado and Vegas, and then Boston and Philly to celebrate hockey's roots in a very nice, majestic setting. So the NHL will play outdoors, but no fans. Obviously, what's surrounding them is beautiful nature, lakes, trees, mountains, basically celebrating hockey's roots in a way that it's long envisioned, but never had the chance to pull off until now. This will be very, very cool. So obviously, the league announced a new event, that the NHL Outdoors at Lake Tahoe, 2 regular season games on the south shore of North America's largest alpine lake against the backdrop of the Sierra Nevada mountains. So, of course, Colorado and Vegas will play Saturday, February 20th at 3 p.m. on NBC, SN1, TVAS as well. And then the Boston Bruins against my beloved Philadelphia Flyers, Sunday, the following day, February 21st at 3 p.m. on the same channels, NBC, SN1, and TVAS. So the rink will be on the 18th fairway of the golf course at Edgewood Tahoe Resort near the California-Nevada border, in, of course, the state line of Nevada, the site of the American Century Championship since 1990, and the host of the 1985 U.S. Senior Open and 1980 U.S. Amateur Public Links. So the history of the modern NHL outdoor games traces to Mystery Alaska, the 1999 film, of course, as we all know, with Russell Crowe, in which the New York Rangers played outdoor against an amateur team in an Alaskan town. But again, this is what we all wanted. Fans wanted to see this, as inspiring the NHL, which has staged 30 outdoor games since 2003, drawing more than 1.6 million fans to baseball and football stadiums across North America. This is what we wanted, And of course, the COVID pandemic obviously changed the equation here. And last season, or I'm sorry, 2019 2020 season was paused obviously for COVID reasons. And the NHL resurrected, the non-stadium idea because it looked like it wouldn't be able to have full stadiums for its 2021 events. But this is a brilliant idea. It's going to be a brilliant experience for the players and the teams and the staff and everyone going out there. It's going to be a really, really cool experience, and let alone for us fans. I mean, we've been looking forward to something like this, and it's coming true. It's coming true. So stay tuned to this. This will be fun because, and on top of that, NHL obviously had to postpone this upcoming Winter Classic game between Minnesota and St. Louis, at Target Field in Minneapolis, where the Twins play. And of course, the Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Series featuring the Hurricanes, scheduled for a Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina, on February 20th. So it is just different times, but I'm so happy the NHL did this. It's what the fans want to see. And hey, man, listen, it's, believe all you want, but this is going to be an amazing vision for everybody, every hockey fan, especially kids growing up playing pond hockey. I know my cousin has a lake in his backyard. He always plays out there when it's frozen, and it's great. It's awesome. So the lake will not be frozen, so the NHL cannot play on the lake, obviously for safety reasons and precautions there, because of competitive standards. But of course, building a regulation link on the 18th fairway on the shoreline amidst the scenery, basically it's going to get to you as close as possible to an actual playing on the ice itself. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So stay tuned to this. 2 games, Colorado, Vegas, Philly, Boston, February 20th and 21st. Both games at 3 p.m. respectively, of course, on NBC Sports and the other channels I provided for each and every one of you. And of course, when I get back, I want to take a quick commercial break. I'll be back. I want to talk about some NHL 2021 preview, examining every team within their new divisions, and a quick peek of the updates of the odds and trends. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. I will be right back in 2.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
At Amazon, we're pretty good at getting things done. We're pretty good at solving problems. COVID-19 is the biggest challenge we've had to face. But challenges are what motivate us. Like flying masks to our employees around the world. We're doing everything we can to get you what you need, and doing everything we can to keep our people safe. I'm former Navy pilot Sarah Rhodes, and I'm proud to lead our Amazon Air network.
And I am back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for hanging in with me for the Tuesday, January 12th, 2021 episode of Pete's Power Plays, hosted by the one, the only King of the Ice himself, Philly Pete. And we're live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. Now we're getting into, well, first and foremost, San Jose Sharks. I mean, it's just getting, could be possibly getting any worse. Evander Kane nearly owing $27 million in debt, files for bankruptcy. It's just, he filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy on Saturday, according to the petition in federal bankruptcy court in San Jose, acquired by The Athletic, owing nearly $27 million in debt and faces 6 active lawsuits, court actions, and administrative proceedings with lending agencies. Okay, he just signed it. He's 29 years old. He just signed a 7-year, $49 million deal with the Sharks 2 years ago, and it's on filing note that Kane may not even play this season. Not only have health concerns and the recent birth of his first child, but the Sharks' opt-out date was December 24th, and he's been participating in training camp. So San Jose would be able to carry over the contract until next season. So, all right, Evander Kane, do what you gotta do. I know you want to kick. I know you want to kick Logan Paul's ass, or the other Paul brother, whoever it may be, in the boxing ring. That would be fun to look at as well. But you gotta do what you gotta do here. Pay off the debt. See what happens here. But that is something that has people looking at as a report that just happened the other day or this morning. So stay tuned to that. Evander Kane, Sharks, nearly $27 million in debt, files for bankruptcy. So NHL 2021 season preview real fast. I have about 13 minutes with every one of you out there. And of course, a lot of questions coming into what's going to happen here. So I'm not going to talk about all these because I want to talk about my updated odds and trends for tomorrow's opening night games. But Central Division, the Dallas Stars. Okay, last season he had 82 points, third in the Central. Now at a quick glance here, after finishing up as a runner-up, in the Stanley Cup Final last season, the Stars will be looking to make another strong run in 2021. Their defense and goaltending remains excellent, of course, and the re-signing of Anton Khudobin, which was huge, but they still have question marks up front. A team that finished 26th in scoring will be without Tyler Seguin until April as he recovers from a torn labrum. Now, you also have to look at Joe Pavelski as well. I mean, we know that he had to take a day-by-day precaution as well for an injury, but he should be okay for the Stars' opening night game as well. But offense has obviously been a huge problem for the Stars. You also lost Corey Perry as well to free agency. So we will see what happens. Defense will always be great for Dallas. And again, we will see what happens when they play their first game. Predators, 78 points, fourth in the Central last season. Last year was obviously a disappointing mess for the Predators, but they did finish up the regular season relatively strong before being eliminated by the Coyotes in the postseason playing round. This year, however, they're going to need to find more stability, especially goaltending-wise, and it's interesting to see what they can accomplish in John Hines' first full year behind the bench. The Red Wings, 39 points last season, last in the Atlantic. You can only imagine things could only go up. However, after a historically awful season last season, Detroit will be pushing forward with their rebuild. They are still a ways away from being relevant, but hope is that their younger pieces will continue to develop, and of course, Stevie Yzerman can continue to shape this roster with a long-term vision. They did not take a flyer on Bobby Ryan this offseason, so maybe he can find some redemption in Detroit. The Tampa Bay Lightning, 92 points, second in the Atlantic. The reigning, defending Stanley Cup champions are returning most of their roster, including some pieces that we thought that would be having trouble in the offseason of re-signing. So that includes Anthony Cirelli, Mikhail Sergachev. However, they'll be without their best offensive player for the regular season. Nikita Kucherov underwent hip surgery this offseason. He should be available in April, probably by the playoffs. But overcoming the loss of Kucherov will be challenging. But again, Tampa is still the deepest, if not one of the deepest, if not the deepest team in the league, and should be once again is considered a favorite to win the Cup once again. The Florida Panthers, 78 points, fourth in the Atlantic last season. Yet another frustrating season for the Panthers, and they were ultimately bounced in the postseason playing round. They finished sixth in the league in offense last season, obviously because we took a lot of their overs last year. But they'll have a new look group up front this year. Alexander Wenberg, Anthony Duclair, Patrick Hornqvist, Vinny Hinostraza, and the 2018 first-round pick, Gregory Denisenko. It's great, but the more pressing question is whether they can play better in their own end and get better goaltending from Sergei Bobrovsky, who's also day-to-day. So, yeah, look at this and realize, this Florida team, everyone is up and down with this team. The Blue Jackets, who I'm very high on this season, 81.6 in the Metro. At a glance here, see the Columbus Blue Jackets always seem to play hard and tough under John Tortorella, so it's important to keep that in mind despite their underwhelming roster. They added Max Domi to their front end, and Liam Foudy is making a push to be an integral part of the lineup. But the biggest story, of course, of the Columbus is this off-season drama and trade rumors surrounding Pierre-Luc Dubois. But, of course, nobody seems to want to stay in Columbus, and he surely does. The Carolina Hurricanes, 81 points, 4th in the Metro last season. Last year's first-round playoff exit was a high disappointment for the Hurricanes, but still a fun team with a lot of exciting pieces. The ascent of Sebastian Aho, Andrei Shevnikov should continue to be a blast to watch, but the defense is deep, of course, as well, and very impressive. As I always said time and time again with this Hurricanes team, the biggest question mark for me, and if they can make a deep run in the playoffs, is their goaltending. So we'll see what happens with Carolina. I still love them to make a postseason push once again this season. The Chicago Blackhawks, 72 points, 7th in the Central. The Blackhawks barely snuck into the postseason last year as a 24th seed in the expanded playoff and actually won their playing series against Edmonton with a 12-5 upset. Frustrating year as a whole, and obviously things aren't getting much better here. Corey Crawford to the Devils, now retiring. Jonathan Toews has an illness out indefinitely. Not sure when he's going to come back. The defense is still pretty brutal. Of course, Brent Seabrook, we don't know what we're going to get out of him this year. And, of course, big question mark with Corey Crawford leaving. Okay, you have Delia and you have Subban in net. Not sure how this Blackhawks team's going to be. It's going to be a long, long season. Take the under in points and them to miss the playoffs. That is a big, big-time devastation for Chicago and Chicago fans out there. Now, I will run by the East Division real quick, and then I'm going to go talk about the updated trends and odds that I see right here. You know what? Better yet, I'm going to talk about, I have eight minutes with you all. I will talk more about the East Division tomorrow. I will leave up here more question marks. So this will be part 2 until I talk opening night. But without further ado, let's get into it. We have the NHL updated odds. And you know what? Let's get into it. Pittsburgh Penguins and the Philadelphia Flyers here. Philadelphia, minus 120 on the money line. It still has not moved yet. 60% of the money is heading towards Philadelphia's direction, while 40% is on Pittsburgh and the plus 105. Money line there, over-under is set at 6. It has not moved yet. It's still at 6. And I'm all over Philly in this one. I really do. You know, they're looking good, the Flyers. And basically, the last time we saw the Penguins, they flopped in the Stanley Cup qualifying round against the worst team in the postseason. But who actually big time stepped up in the postseason was the Montreal Canadiens. Obviously, the Penguins were very busy this offseason, but few experts thought that they got better. I don't think so. This is why I like the under total points, and this is why you locked these points in earlier. But I have under 70 and a half points for Pittsburgh. That is a under. Now it's down to 66 and a half. So obviously, we know what's going on here. So those that took advantage of my show a couple weeks ago when I first talked about over-under season points, they were at 70 and a half. I locked in 70 and a half and the under for the Pittsburgh Penguins here. Now it's at 66 and a half on most books. So you got a couple extra games there, ladies and gentlemen. So this is why you tune into my show. You're going to get the biggest bang for your buck early, and this is prime example. So I don't think they got better whatsoever. The Flyers, who reached the Eastern Conference semifinals, of course, in the bubble, lost to the Islanders, will get 2 huge boots on opening night. We get Nolan Patrick back and Oscar Lindblom. Welcome back. I cannot wait to see you both on the ice tomorrow night. Patrick obviously missed all last year with a migraine disorder, but he had 31 points in 72 games the year before. Lindblom, of course, missed 39 games of the 2019-2020 regular season after he was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma. And obviously, he did come back for 2 playoff games, which is a nice boost for that Philadelphia squad. Lindblom had 18 points in 30 games last year, and obviously the home team has won 4 of the past 5 in this series head-to-head. So this is why I'm all over the Philadelphia Flyers here, minus 120 on the money line. You can't go wrong here, and that's why I like it. So give me the Flyers here big time. And I'll talk more about this tomorrow, but I am leaning more towards the Flyers by the day. 60% again on the money is on the Flyers, and 40% on the Pittsburgh Penguins here. So give me the Flyers minus 120. Over under stayed at 6, okay? And, you know, My play more is on this money line here. I have a small lean on the over, so we'll see what happens. When it comes to opening night in the first couple games, couple days of the NHL season, you see a lot of overs, and it's been a trend like that for a while. So we will see what happens when it comes to this season as we move on. Montreal and Toronto over under still at 6.5. Okay, 73% of the money is on Toronto, 27% is on Montreal. Again, I will say it again. I'm on Montreal money line at plus 120. This is going to be a big dog bet. I really do. I think this is going to be most likely Philly Pete's dog play of the night. I've been saying this time and time again that I do like Montreal this upcoming season. They made great additions to their team as well. Tyler Toffoli, to name one as well. This is a great team. And again, Stanley Cup future as well. My wild card to win the Cup, I got them at 50-1. They're now creeping to 30-1. Some books even have them at 28-1. It's unbelievable how much they have moved in the past month. So this is why you tune into Pete's Power Plays, because you get ahead of the book. So those that signed up and got 50-1 odds, you got them. Those that are asking me DMs, should I take Montreal 50-1? This was a month ago. Yeah, take them now because they're only going to go down. There you have it. A lot of DMs rolling in last week. Man, great call in the Montreal Stanley Cup future because now it's down to 33-1, 32-1. There you have it. That's why you listen to my show. I give you all the bang for your buck so you can beat your bookie and get the line, basically get your ticket in early before line jumps. And boy, does it. Like Montreal here, small trend on the under 6.5 as well. I really think this is going to be a barn burner of the game. And I really expect Montreal to pull out this victory here. Chicago, Tampa, Tampa Bay, 75% of the money is on the Lightning. They are minus 250 on the money line. They went from minus 240 up to minus 250 now. That is too much. Over-under was at 6. Now it's at 6.5. A lot of money is going on the over and the minus 250. I like the first period over here. I really do. I also like Tampa with the goal line, the puck line at minus 1.5. Maybe throw down a little parlay. If you're not fond of puck lines, maybe parlay the Tampa Bay Lightning money line with the Flyers or Montreal. Get a little bit more bang for your buck if you're not a puck line bettor. But for me, I really think here minus 1.5 Tampa on the puck line is a good play here. I also like the over first period as well. Again, these are going to be always subject to change, but this is the direction we'll be leading into tomorrow. And again, I'll be going over the same games tomorrow as well to those that missed today's show. Vancouver and Edmonton, time and time again, once again, last week when I did talk about this game, I was on Vancouver. 40% of the money is on that plus 115 money line for Vancouver. I like it still. I'm still taking Vancouver over Edmonton. 55% of the money is going to Edmonton's way at minus 130. And again, another line movement. Over-under was set at 5.5 last week when I told you all to take the over because I'm going on the over on this game as well. It is now over 6. Over-under set at 6 now. And again, like I said previously, the over-under last week is at 5.5. That is locked in for me. That is the play I'll be giving out as well. So give me Vancouver on the money line at plus 110. Again, all the money is going that way. They just have better defense and better goaltending than Edmonton. I do see a lot of scoring in this game as well. Of course, you can't go wrong with Connor McDavid, and the rest of the crew between Leon Draisaitl as well, Kyle Turris. But again, when it comes down to defense, Vancouver has offense as well. So we'll see what happens. But again, I'm on Vancouver and the over 5.5 in this game. And again, I'm going with another dog. I might even throw out a three-team dog money line parlay here between St. Louis, Vancouver, and Montreal, just for shits and giggles for the first night of the NHL. Why not? Why not? Stay tuned to that because I'm always about, and everyone loves my 2 or 3 team parlays, money line parlays. So stay tuned for that. It was a huge commodity last year and it paid out most of the time. So I like St. Louis. I like St. Louis at the plus 125 money line. 35% of the money is on St. Louis. 65% of the money is on Colorado. Over-under still at 5.5. I'm going to debate on that one. I kind of like it. I kind of like the under in that game there because a lot of good defense, but we'll see what happens. I'm on St. Louis. And again, I'm out of time. I'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. New edition of Pete's Power Plays. I'll get into opening night games and final predictions as we head into the opening night. Hope everyone has a great, great day. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. See you guys. Bye.